Universities in Europe are simply institutions of higher learning, nothing more. Americans would be surprised by the cultural differences when it comes to university education. There are no athletic teams, no Greek life, no 30-foot climbing walls at universities in Europe. You come to school to learn and leave when your classes are over for the day. If you want to study, you can go to the library, but there is very little that a university offers outside of academia. Where are you from? Australian, Australia. Japanese, Japan. Indian, India. American, Texas. I used to work in a call center that took calls from Americans and Canadians. I'd ask, where are you from? Canada or the US? Canadians would say Canada. An American would say Texas or New York, etc. Never ever would they reply with their country name. Drive-through ATMs and everything else. I didn't learn we had drive-through liquor stores until later in my life. This is super normal in the USA. They have drive-through banks. Most banks have a drive-through section. You can do simple bank stuff from the car. Am American. When I moved to Australia, I was constantly asked 3 questions. 1, how do you pronounce aluminum? 2, how do you pronounce jaguar? 3, are red Solo cups a real thing? In all the movies, whenever there is a house party, everyone has a red Solo cup. I was caught completely off guard by the Solo cup question. Ever since then, I've been very attentive to this damn red cups. They really are everywhere. Not including tax on prices displayed in stores. That feeling when you want to spend your very last dollar on a can of Arizona iced tea, famously, the price is on the can, and the cashier asks for $1.07. Not having to ask for the bill. It's curious, I'm European, and if someone gave me the bill without asking, I would think it's rude because it feels like they're rushing me to leave. Ranch. I never knew ranch was just an American thing until recently. Ice machines. When I went to London, I kept asking for the ice machines and people looked at me like I was speaking a foreign language or something. Mixing 3 different canned foods together and calling it a casserole. Thanking military people for their service. American here. When I studied abroad, I was smiling and friendly to strangers. In London, they looked like I wanted to steal something from them. The cult of high school, college sports. It seems strange to anyone from Europe, but after starting to watch US sports, I realized that a lot of states either don't have a team in a major league or will only have one. It's not like here in the UK, where there are 92 teams in the Football League, and even more below that, most of the major leagues in the US only have 30 to 40 teams. That's why people are so invested in college sports. A lot of the time, they're the only local teams. Liberal equals left wing. Yep, in Europe, liberal means someone who supports small government, less state intervention, less public spending, privatization, lower taxes. This is generally center or center-right, similar to what Americans call a libertarian, but usually more moderate. Daily driving pickup trucks. I've been living in Germany for 20 years now, and when family friends visited us in Germany, they were shocked how much we walk or use public transportation here. I don't even have a driver's license. It's never been needed for any of my jobs. Sending Christmas cards with their family photo on it. Paying $10,000 for a live birth and thinking that's okay. In a more general sense, going bankrupt because of medical bills even when you have insurance. So many people in America rail against socialized healthcare and seem to be completely unaware how much we're paying and how little we're getting out of it compared to other countries. Singing the national anthem at every possible opportunity, even when the event does not involve any other countries. Pledging allegiance to the flag or singing the national anthem outside of special events. I went to see a kids' talent show in a small rural town. There were maybe 8 acts and 30 people watching, and they all stood and pledged allegiance to the flag and sang the national anthem beforehand. It was extremely strange. Air conditioning. I'm very surprised no one has said this yet. It's not that other countries don't have heating and air conditioner. They do. But our use of them, especially the latter during the summer, is astronomically higher than anywhere else on the planet, even when compared to other first world countries. While I admit the Brits are pretty close with their full English breakfast, the American greasy diner breakfast of eggs, bacon, waffles, pancakes, and hash browns is pretty uniquely American. My Italian mother has said in the past that it's the only thing she's enjoyed about American food culture. My Nonna would be horrified if she heard we were eating fried eggs for breakfast. Road trip baby. You can hop in a car and drive 2,500 miles in one direction. Someone paid just to bag your shopping at the checkout. Makes me feel so awkward and uncomfortable just standing there while they do it.